has to do with the geology. It's relatively low topography. That's why we have a lot of these sinkholes and lakes in Florida. The use of that water is very critical. And for a long time, Florida was known for abundant water and abundant groundwater. However, with development, the water usage has gone up and up and up. And one of the big issues in Florida now is the fact that we are finding that there are limits to the amount of water that can be taken out of the aquifer or removed from streams and rivers. My training is in geology, but I work a lot in the field, specifically hydrogeology. So I look at soil and groundwater and the interaction between the two, and in particular, the environmental impacts from contamination. I do a lot of looking at soil to determine what's the contamination, whether the contamination's migrated from the soil into the deeper formations around it and into the groundwater. And that usually involves taking soil samples, having them analyzed for the different contaminants, and then taking groundwater samples and doing the same thing. Usually when you have a rain event, the water lands on the ground and becomes surface water and then runs off. So it's water that's coming down during the storm event and then runs off to a lower elevation.
Depending on the constituent in it, obviously at a wastewater facility, the primary constituent that we're treating is human waste, which is ammonia in the form of human urine and the fecal matter in the form of the solid human waste. Our biological activity converts those different elements into a byproduct of, obviously clean water and on the biosolids by those microorganisms. There are industrialized settings that you can use chemicals to precipitate certain types of metals out, and you're chemically treating it. Ours is done with the biological process. My role is for Gaines Region Utilities is I'm responsible for the two wastewater facilities that you're at, water reclamation facilities. We have a total capacity, a treatment capacity of 22.4 million gallons, and we have 166 lift stations that collect sewage from the community and pump it to one of those two facilities. In our wastewater collection system, we use gravity. Obviously, there's no expense associated with using gravity to our advantage. So your houses, your apartment complexes, your neighborhoods will gravity flow to a low-lying area, and then the sewage will be collected into a lift station and then pumped either over a hill or all the way to the facility under pressure.
Construction crew was working out in the collection system. The hydrogen sulfide gases, the methane displaced the oxygen. They didn't do proper testing, which we have gas detectors to monitor that atmosphere. What happens is immediately someone loses consciousness. They collapse. This construction crew consisted of a father and son and some other co-workers. The father collapsed. The son jumped down in to save his life. He collapsed. A third employee jumped down to save their lives. He collapsed and died. before someone else finally realized, hey, there's something down there that's making that oxygen be removed from the process. Before I put my life in jeopardy, we got to get the atmosphere tested, and unfortunately those people did die. An average daily flow of 7.5 million gallons of Gainesville's residents that was once raw sewage treated and putting back into the environment and discharged.